chess stream here on lichess and Twitch. International Master Will Paschall, otherwise known as Slaggy on Twitch, and Sparkle Horse on lichess. I'm hosting a simul, and we're going to be playing 25 players. We do this every Sunday for the most part. 25 players with the time control, quite a long time control of 40 minutes, and 40 seconds increment for the game. So this puppy can last over 3 hours. Melamood Dude says, Soltico Raid. Soltico Raid, whoa. What's up, everybody? Asterbait, HTFP, Arsenal fan. Thank you guys for subscribing. Let me open up the simul page here. The simul page, it's exceedingly hot because I just am in a really hot moment. I got out of the shower, took a shower because I got back from the beach, and you know that after shower being really sweaty, so I'm like, it's like, it feels like it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit where I'm at. All right, I'll cool down. I've got a hot coffee in front of me, which was a mistake because I shouldn't have any kind of hot drinks at all. All right, we got a message here. I don't know what that's about. Crow Chess Fan. How do I participate in the simul? Crow Chess Fan, if you can hear me, just join. Go to simuls at, what is it, 10:30. Oh, he's Crow Chess. I don't know where his time zone is, but anyway, 4:30 EDT, as in now. I don't know if that explanation really helps. Go to simuls. Asterbait just resubscribed to the tier 3 subscription. Thank you so much, man. Good to have you back with us as a subscriber again, Asterbait. I got the fan on high, but it's in the background. Merle Dixon, thank you for the 161. Merle Dixon takes the lead. It's like the Price is Right. He's bidding one higher than X1 Horse 1. Okay, guys. Simultaneous exhibitions. Let's get started. Soltigo, what's up? Ray Clay. So, host a new simul. Alright, standard, 40 minutes, 40 seconds. This is slow enough. I mean, I wish it was even slower, but I don't have time. So we need the extra time. Host color for each game, any color, random. When it does random, I mean, does that mean that it's going to be balanced, or is it like truly random? Good question. Does it like alternate between white and black, or is it just absolutely random? Good question. I always ask myself good questions and then I don't have an answer. Alright, let's create the simul. Ready to get going. Earl Dixon, thank you for this. Arsenal fan said, can I send you a game for analysis between myself? Arsenal fan, well, the analysis stream was Thursday, but you can always send it. Alright, here's the link. Alright, paste. I got my hands full with the simul here. That's the link to the simul. Soltigo beat me to it. You can always send me a game, Arsenal fan, and if I have extra time, you know, I'll try to like send you some feedback on it. I can't guarantee it, but I'll do my best. If not, you can submit it for Thursday. Move 11, what's up? Hopefully you can play. Asterbait's in. I'm going to take the subscribers first of all. Bombist, not a subscriber. Crow Chess Fan asked to play, but he's not a subscriber. Let's grab the subscribers. Merle Dixon and a supporter of the stream. Good luck, peoples. How about this chess quote? I missed the chess quote. Wait. Was there a chess quote? Did the chess quotes? Did the simuls have chess quotes? Move 11's in. Save a Dog. Save a Dog's a subscriber, right? Yeah. Did I grab him? Alright, Soltigo. Arsenal fan. Chestosterone. Take Back. I don't know if you guys are up to date, but I assume so. Nefedov. So let me know who I missed from the subscribers. Chess is one long regret. That's a guy who, you know, has had a bad run of games. who made that quote. A depressed chess player, no doubt. There is a simul. Oh, chess is one long regret at the bottom. Yeah, you've heard of this guy, right? Stephen Leacock. Yeah. Well, Stephen, you sound kind of negative with that quote. That's going to encourage kids to get into chess. All right, guys. Thank you for supporting the stream. We appreciate the bit donations. Merle Dixon's the bit leader for today, or for this week. We have also a PayPal account, so you can donate to support the stream on either on the Twitch stream. There's a button, or on our YouTube channel, which is Video Chess Training on YouTube. Video Chess Training, all one word. Please go over there and like and subscribe to Video Chess Training. He took the pawn in the poison pawn, not Neidorf. Alright, so how many other subscribers did I miss here? Mule Skinner, he's usually late. Augustus with a bit donation. Cheer, I don't know how many that is. I have to count them manually. Is that like 15? 5, 10, 15, 14. Thought it was an odd number. Not an odd number, but an odd number. Thank you anyway, Augustus. Alright, now we're definitely not going to accept you. 5 card draw, it says I'm Phil Ivey. Alright. Played any Baccarat lately? Please be able to play for 2 or 3 hours. This is a very important prerequisite to play in the simuls, guys. Please do not start the simul unless you're serious about playing a potentially 3 hour and even 3 hour 20 minutes. I think our longest simul has been like 3.5 hours. So we're starting now at 4:30. It will last to like 7:15. Scary to some people who just play like bullet chess, I think. All right, let me to be fair, he's not. I regret no. All right, Bombist, Augustus sent us 14 bits. Bauhaus, I think we played once before, from Austria. All right, I'm taking the regulars first. All right, Bombist, Crow Chess Fan, played a few times, 2 to be exact. I'll count you as a regular. Dimitri, who else? Natalie, Phil Ivey's a new player. I can't accept everybody. Obviously. How many we got so far? 15. We've got 10 places left. Please do not play like it's a bullet tournament. Yeah, take your time, especially for the first 10 minutes of the simul, okay? You don't have to move instantly. We have time for any new vids or series for the YouTube channel. Right now I'm kind of in a state of, busyness because my kids are not in school, but once I'm back to September 1st, I'll probably have more free time to do stuff like that. Definitely. Alright, so let's grab some more players. We got 10 more places left. G Manas, did we play you before? From Sudan, seriously? We've never had a player from Sudan. Alright, James is a semi-regular now. I don't want to play the same people every single week, that's the thing. Laluo is a semi-regular. Negro Modelo, we played a number of times. Pretty strong. Phil Ivey. I like to see the people actually have games. Third Rays. Rays third. Doesn't have too many games. That's kind of a negative. The Badfish is a streamer, so we'll take him. That gives us 21. Cam's played quite a bit. Ray Clay, Steve, and Super Sebi. That'll round it out. Let me grab AP. Alright, I'll do 26. Is there any other subscriber? I just can't play more than that many players, guys. I'll just start losing on time in all my games. Speaking of September 1st, Pope Slagy Chess League will begin in September. Congrats to Akiko Yazawa, the new 2018 World Champion of Backgammon. Wow. You ever heard of Elliot Winslow? He's this chess player who's really into backgammon. I think he's quite strong. You know, he's played in like world-class tournaments and stuff. A Chess IM from the US. I did some commentary with him online. Chess commentary. But he's quite a strong backgammon player. So, alright guys, 26 players. Yeah, you heard of him. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah. He's had a heart attack some years ago. And I think he was a little set back by that. But fun working with him. Alright, ready to get started. 26 players. We're a little over the top here. Lots of strong players. Lots of my subscribers are pretty strong players. Many of the regulars too. See Bombast here. With Bombast, I've got to be very careful. Now the Mood Dude says, I promise not to get what? Wrecked within the first 20 moves. Play slow. Yeah, just take your time. Alright, I know move 11's been kind of working on his white side of the Caro-Kann. We'll give him a chance to do that. Crow chess fan. I like to play different openings. Try to mix it up. D4, knight f3. Against Natalie, we'll try something different. Yeah, guys, try not to move too fast in the beginning because the lichess program for running the simuls kind of leaves some people in the dust. If your game doesn't get started right away, a lot of times it like leaves them just sitting there without one move played. How's my score against Augustus? Okay, 2 wins and 2 draws. I played the Caro-Kann. Let's try a modern defense. Phil Ivey. I played knight f3, e4, d4, c4 so far. We'll throw in a g3. Phil. I never met Phil Ivey in person. Okay, d6. He's from the same home state as me. AP87. Okay, c5. So e4. A lot of e4 here, not enough d4, guys. We need some more d4 to kind of balance it out. Rayclay, alright, c4. That's something a little different. What are we going to play against the c4? Reverse Grand Prix attack worked pretty well the last stream we had. Demetrius. We played him quite a few games now. He seems to be here for almost every simul. And last time he beat me, or the time before our last game, the last simul game he beat me. He's been very tough. Okay, Soltigo with d4. What are we gonna do? We'll keep it within knight f. I mostly only play knight f6. Sometimes g6. F with e4 as well. I'm taking a little time on my first move. I'm gonna try to move it along a little faster after that. A lot of e4s. Really, way more e4s. There's been one d4, one c4, like one knight f3, and like all the rest e4s. What's your expected score against me? I mean, I've had like 2100 players where I've been like 7-0 against them, you know, in tournament games. If you're like, let's say 1900 FIDE, let's give you a 1900 FIDE rating, because I don't think you have an actual FIDE rating. You probably, you know, should score. If it depends though, it's a simul. I mean, you're at an advantage, so really depends on the time control, Arsenal fan. We can't really mix the blitz with the. You can't really mix like the blitz with the simul and compare them. Depends on what specific time control we're playing, probably. The simul I'm at a disadvantage, so you should naturally score better. We can't really mix that in with the blitz in the regular games if we're playing like one-on-one. Alright, I'm going to move a little bit faster because I'm kind of dragging along here. See how some of these games didn't even really get started yet. Bombas plays the Mora Gambit. Has he played that before against me? Guys, please support the stream. I was hoping Clash Kid would start a bit war, but he's not here. I know it's a little late for him. He doesn't like to play late. We're going to be moving back to Europe. Classical, assuming you're 1900. Yeah, I mean, I would say, you know, a 1900 should score against someone 450 points higher. My rating is low. I'm underinflated. I mean, I'm not really a statistician, but I'm guessing like maybe 10% would be a reasonable score in classical. I don't think more than that, you know. For someone more than 400 points higher, I mean, you should probably score like on average 1 out of 10. But you could figure it out pretty easily. What am I thinking here against James? Actually, how did I get this position? I played d5 against his knight f3. That's not my usual repertoire. I don't know why I did that. Not quite sure. Gotta keep the light turned on. Nefedov now. I'm playing the anti-Nefedov. I don't want to play another Petrov and him play Queen e2. Yeah, it should be easy to calculate. What do you have to score to have like a break-even rating performance? You know, if you're like 1900, I'm 2350. Sad to imagine that's my rating now, but whatever. Alright, I don't want to transpose back into just the e4, e5 position there. So take back. Tushar Kamde, one of our regular opponents and stream watchers. He has a game with me in that last position. What was that? Okay, I can't keep track now. So, the anti-Nefedov opening. Well, the mood dude. I don't know. Forgot. I think it's e4, knight h6. Which I don't crank out. Which I don't crank out the e4, knight c6. Knight h6, excuse me. For simuls. I try to play critical openings. Okay, knight f3 from Bombas. I don't really know what the reasoning for that move order is. We will run into it once in a while. Okay, so James played e3. Yusupov style. What am I doing after e6, c4? It's kind of tempting to play. What is it tempting to play here? c6. I'm getting like transposed into something that I don't play. The chess panda's here.
Hey, listen guys, please finish the game. Don't quit after just a little while. Be a panda, all right?
Be a panda? What? Anyway, he's saying like just don't quit, guys. Play the entire game. Play bishop b5 against Rishi. Once in a while, I like to play the Roslimo. Save a dog. 10 wins, 1 losses. Okay. Yeah, so possibly even less than 10%. If you're more than 400 points, lower rated. I know this Arsenal's really hard on himself, but really he's not supposed to score very well against someone much higher rated. So c5 here. What did I play? What did I play? The Pirtz defense against Cam. Alright. I need my water bottle. It's hot. The bad fish. Neo-Slav I like to play. Guys, thanks so much for playing. This is 26, so I'm a little bit above my usual ratio. 26 players. I have played f5 in a couple games, but I wouldn't play something the other guy knows well. That wouldn't be too smart. Wouldn't be the smartest approach, I guess. Alright, let's move a little faster. I'm kind of wasting time. So guys, listen, don't play like it's bullet. Try to take a little bit of time on your moves. for the first 10 minutes, and then after that, you can move as fast as you want. I just want to make sure I get to all the boards. D3, kind of unusual move there from Ray Clay, but not terrible. A coffee kicking in finally. You guys can contact me if you're interested in lessons. I recently had one person discontinue, which does happen. So, I probably have a spot or a slot open for someone if you're seriously interested in taking lessons on a regular basis, not just like one-off. I do that too. I charge slightly more. You just want to take like one lesson, but I'm looking for someone to take like regular lessons every week or bi-weekly. If you're interested, send me an email, videochesstrainer@gmail.com. Strange move here from Super Sebi. The F3. Huh. I kind of like this. We could try something funky like a gambit there. Turkey Farm, sorry for the delay starting. You're okay, dude. I'm usually the one that has a delay starting because I get bogged down in certain games. So move 11 with 92. Okay, this is a rare line, but it has some poison to it. Oh, I remember now. Nafita plays the exchange variation. What happened? He did like h3, bishop h5, h3, bishop h5. I didn't even know that line, man. I don't know the exchange variation too well. We'll play this safe line. Is going over the board games as a student part of the lessons? Yeah, absolutely. Maybe like one of the most important things you can do. I forgot that Nefedov plays the exchange variation. Again, Laluo, I'm not sure if we had King's Indian before. This Bombus line. The computer variation, I call it. Okay, so Arsenal playing like a kind of mainline Rossalimo here. And now Mule Skinner. Mule Skinner can't play the Grand Prix attack now. I don't know what he's thinking. Juicebox, what's up? Looks like you just missed the entry. You missed by a solid 20 minutes. But I mean, I disagree with lichess.org in their policy. I think there should be a way to increment, to integrate late entry into simuls. It can't be that big a deal to make that possible. They've got other priorities, but I think it's something that should be added. So e5, right. Now let me remember what I'm supposed to do here. Bishop f5, I believe. There's also c5. But hang out with us, Juicebox, if you like. Mainline Rosslimo. No, I don't play that, man. I play d6 with black. Juicebox Arsenal. I play d6, which isn't really the main line. G6 is the main line. What you're playing is actually the main line. The most common response. Maybe the best. Myself, it's usually d6. Okay, Soltigo. He's playing knight f3, d4. So against Crow Chess Fan, I've played 94 a lot. I think this is something that could transpose to like the French or something, 97. That's Shuba's recommendation. So this we had this before with Dimitri. I looked at this variation too. Natalie plays bishop e5. So am I supposed to play a6 here? Can I wait? I mean, I guess a6 is fine. Bishop d7 seems kind of passive. Fisher variation of the exchange. Juicebox, did you decide where you're gonna live? You were talking about relocating. Maybe I asked you this last time. Alright, now he takes on c6. I had this against somebody else, dude, I swear. And like, this was, the computer said this is a mistake to take with the bishop. I'm supposed to take with the pawn. This is a Tartakover Queen's Gambit with colors reversed, actually. And then f5. My memory great? I don't think so. Not for a chess player. Maybe like compared to average everyday people. Not for a chess master. I don't think I have a great memory for a chess master. But compared to the average population, I guess, better than average. Maybe I'm just being negative. I don't know. Right. So am I supposed to play like b5 right away? No, I think I'm supposed to wait. I could do like knight d7. Becomes more of a modern defense. This is what I was talking about with what was it? Tushar. Now d5 from Masturbate. What's up with my move order? I played bishop b7. I could have waited with the bishop b7, making other possibilities for myself, like bishop a6. I remember I had a game with Alexander Ivanov, but his bishop wasn't on c8 in a similar position. Okay, another Queen's Gambit. Gotta start moving. Bishop g5. Alright, we get an actual Blumenfeld Gambit. That's awesome. And now I don't know. Everybody plays queen takes d4, and after that I was playing knight takes d4. Is it like c5? I have no clue. b5 or knight d7. Turkey Farm playing the modern defense. So he knows what he's talking about. Another Queen's Gambit. Yeah, now this variation has an interesting history for me. I actually drew with Hikaru with black, and I had a number of games with black. I don't think I've actually lost. I also beat Alex Yermolinsky with white in this line. But, yeah, I never felt completely comfortable. Maybe I did lose once to Alex Lenderman, the food poisoning game, actually. Alright, so here I have to play e6. It's like a French, but it's knight's on c3. Bishop takes f3. Unprovoked. What do you want to do? James seems like a really solid player. Okay, it's reverse Tartakover. Rapport played queen e7 against me. I won a great game against him years ago. Our only game. But, that's maybe... It is queen e7. Wasn't that what Richie played? Queen e7. I have faced e5 as well. Alright. Now, I guess we'll just take here. Played the modern and the other suggestion of a4 and ended up winning quickly. You played versus the modern Arsenal fan. Ah, alright. Alexander Ivanov game. I have games in a lot of positions on the board today, which is good. That means that I have some experience playing the above positions. Okay, this is Orthodox Queen's Gambit. So isn't this like a famous Fischer game? Where he won with white? And I don't know the theory, and that's bad. I guess I'm supposed to trade queens. It would be helpful to know the theory. I have a friend, believe it or not, That wasn't what I meant to say. So I have a friend who plays that exchange variation a lot, and I watched him play it again and again and again and again and again. I think he actually beat like Michael Adams once. But maybe that's with the queen exchange on d4. I mean, it's slightly different, right? So, uh-oh, the f4. The real Pierce, the Austrian attack. Alright. A lot of queen's gambits. G Manas. Is he really from Sudan? The name sounds like Spanish or something. Okay, knight e2. Manas. Doesn't sound like a Sudanese. What does Sudanese name sound like? Alright, takes here against Badfish. Hopefully Badfish made a mistake. Following my game with Alexander Ivanov against Take Back. When we tied for first in the Massachusetts Championship. G Manas is Snowball's Sudanese cousin. Oh no. Snowball wasn't from Sudan. So there's this like knight a5 idea that lurks around here in these waters. It's kind of hard to get your knight developed, isn't it? It feels like I lost the tempo over like the main lines, right? So I'm basically just an idiot. I think I'm going to be in a lot of trouble here very soon. Alright. Another Orthodox Queen's Gambit. Somalia. Snowball was from Zimbabwe. Very close to... Dude, Zimbabwe and Somalia are totally different. You're confusing me. You're just confusing me, Arsenal. You're just trying to mess with me so I lose my concentration. Alright. Yeah, Snowball seemed pretty dubious. I thought he was from Turkey, actually. It was one of those accounts that started out being from Turkey and then, like, changed. He went from being from Turkey to, like, another African country. I think he was just fooling around. Like, that wasn't really where he was from. Alright, A6. A5 from Mule Skinner. What is he doing? A strange move. Where's Saul? Yeah, good question. Maybe he actually does have a life. It's hard to believe. We've got the Queens. It's like the Queen's Gambit thematic tournament now. Queen G4 from Crow Chess Fan. This is like a total Nimzovich French move. Well, I mean... what else is there to do except for like c5? I could play a6 to maybe stop knight b5 ideas. Alright, we'll try it, whatever. Something creative. Bombus now with this kind of creepy variation. I like g6. Can't remember my analysis, move 11. I would have thought it was bishop f5 or bishop g4. So bishop f5, knight g3, bishop g6, you know, h4. There's also bishop g4, f3, bishop f5. Does that help him in some way? Not a lot of time to think here. I should really know what I'm doing, but I don't. Okay, h6. Yeah, I've been seeing this lately. This is this Kramnik stuff. It looks suspicious. Soltico now playing... Man, he's been having lessons with JCS or something. Is JCS here? They must be working together. King's Indian. Juicebox Wizard, you're in Texas? Did you say you had gone somewhere else? Alright. So this is a very strange setup from Ray Clay. JCS is under the weather. Bishop h4, okay. Let's just wheel out the moves there. Now, for my next trick. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. This is like one of my 60 memorable games by Fischer. It's also how my friend beat Michael Adams, probably. Some line like this. So bishop d6. We try to hold it together. What bothered me about that? Knight c3, knight d5, knight b6 sort of ideas. This is a technical line that you have to know, and I don't know it because I don't actually play the black side of the Roy Lopez. Slight problem. Bishop c6, knight a5, like terrible for me. b6 probably necessary. Is the a5 lever obviously. Here we're good. Could also play bishop a3 there. Because the rook c1 is a little more classical. Testosterone. So this is Kramnik's variation, and it does seem pretty irritating. I have no idea how you're supposed to get an edge. You're in Houston now. Yeah, okay. I always thought it was like desert, you know? Is it really humid? Alright. I guess you're not in the desert, really. I've never been, like, walking around in Texas. I think I went through on the train or something once. I've never been on boots on the ground in Texas. So, Laluo, yeah, I think you played this against me once before, wasn't it? Something similar. Bishop d3. Minnesota should be quite different. Yeah, let's pay attention to what the opponent is doing, by the way. It's amazing how few places I've actually been in my own country. It's so humid, it's more like super saturation than 100% humidity. That's sick, man. Wow. Alright. I guess I should just take the pawn. Let's not be fancy here. Wanted to play it like a gambit before. Burning time. Wow, this move totally didn't hit my radar screen. I was sure he was going to play knight g3. We'll take one of those pawns eventually, I hope. AP87 playing an interesting line, like a reverse closed Sicilian. Testosterone, I don't know if I played that before. Here, I need to get something new against the King's Indian. Soltigo might repeat JCS's variation. This is the almost nothing variation. And now f3. So what would... Yeah, ask yourself, what would Ilya Smirin do? This is probably okay. This I've never seen in my life. Queen a6 from Phil. The other Phil. So, interesting move. Probably a theoretical novelty. I literally played this quite a bit. I've never seen Queen a6 played. May have got myself in trouble already. Queen's Gambit reversed from James. Okay. It's not possible to join the simul, no. That's a deficiency in lichess, really. Should be able to do that. Very disappointing that you cannot. Okay, so now knight takes e5, knight d4, and I guess bishop g6. He has some attacking chances for sure. Then again, if I don't take the pawn, I'm going to be in a world of hurt. So what do we do? Could like take on b1. It looks pretty horrible, honestly. What if I were to play a5? Then there's the different resources for white. Man. Just keeping the pawn. I can't really afford to spend too much time on one game. Okay, a5 knight d4, and I'm in trouble. He's got bishop b5. Well, he will have bishop b5 next. I mean, a5 doesn't help me. I mean, this is a very useful move. It looks like a bad position for black. Just a bad position. Pretty bad. I'm going to try to take it, but this is dangerous. Move 11 is... he plays really, really well against me. Historically. Alright. So, this variation, which we've seen similar things. Here, A3 from Acerbate. I forgot this. I didn't realize this was Acerbate I was playing. Wait, what was this? Oh, he gave up his center. Maybe 97. Wait a minute. What's wrong with 97? Bishop b5 check, knight back to c6. Maybe this isn't so bad. There is the crazy, like, bishop g5, then f6, and it looks awful. Actually, bishop g5 might be really, really bad for me. That sucks. That really sucks. So bishop b5 check's coming. I have to play bishop g6. Then on the check... Alright, let's try this. Alright, Acerbate, do your worst. Kramnik. Kramnik 2.0. Kramnik against Kramnik, basically. The Cambridge Springs variation. Okay, now, we're definitely behind development now. So, knight f6, e5, a6, b5. Gotta come up with something. This is a slow position for white here. Should really be a pretty good Grand Prix attack, I guess. How to play e4. He's got e4, take, knight g5, and it's awkward to protect my pawn. So that's not... maybe not good. Although I could play it and play like bishop b4. Seems like it's too easy for white that way. Okay, Merle Dixon played a very strange line. This is the Mr. Coffee attack. The exact same move played by Mr. Coffee in a tournament game. Merle Dixon is Mr. Coffee. He's like the evil Mr. Coffee. The zombie version. Alright. Obviously working with Mr. Coffee. Wow, G. Manas knows all the theory. It goes into this kind of main line. That's, I think Queen C2 might have been a mistake by me there. Played a little too routinely. Now what? I don't know, Bombast. What is he doing exactly? Kind of weird coffee house style. Now A3. This looks familiar actually. This is some variation that I never actually studied. Kind of like a French Sicilian hybrid. So it's like A3, take, C4. This is some kind of Christian Bauer thing. Playable for black, I guess. So what am I supposed to do next here? Take on d5. Bombast is doing that thing where he moves instantly. I'm going to stop taking his challenge if he doesn't stop this. Playing bullet. Playing bullet in the simul, dude, is not cool. So I was looking at this kind of funky maneuver. Weird, but let's try it. A bunch of people are moving instantaneously. Yeah, they don't listen. Steve Heyman's just following the Kramnik theory, apparently. I have no advantage. That just equalizes against the Queen's Gambit by force. Alright, so bishop e3. Slightly slow move. Bishop d6. And then a5, and I have problems holding everything together. G. Manas seems to know all the theory. Is that a new player that I haven't played before? Pawn takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Knight c3. Castles. Looks pretty comfortable for black. Alright, let's move it along. So I think I made a mistake against Negro Modelo. Maybe putting queen on c2. I shouldn't have done that in this particular position. Natalie Louise almost beat me last time, up a piece. Now we got to do something against James. James plays like another player we played quite a few games against, I recall. Reminds me of someone else. Who was that? But always played the setup with bishop e2 and bishop e2 and d4. Does anybody else recall? So take back playing the modern, what is it, the Owen defense there. Is this a French, like, what is this? What am I supposed to do? I really don't have a clue. What was this opening anyway? Oh, this French is not a French. Started out as an Alekine's defense, or Scandinavian. Super Sebi now with knight e2. Makes me want to move my knight again. The f3 move looks suspicious. Now here I don't know which way to recapture. Pawn takes and like bishop g5 or knight takes. I mean, I think the Roslimo is one of the main lines against the Sicilian arsenal. Other than d4, it's probably like the best variation and the most common. I mean, you're playing knight c6. I don't play the Czech Sicilian, but Magnus does. So e5 right away from Cam. This is like some kind of primitive attacking line. Very sharp. And I'm not Gawain Jones, so I don't know the theory. 30 moves deep. Unfortunately. So we're on the verge of being in big trouble here. I guess I can play knight e7 or something. Knight e7, knight g6 maybe. Earl Dixon is playing exactly like Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee and Earl Dixon have been seen at the same time, right? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. No, I think you should do fine, Arsenal, against the bishop b5 Sicilian. Stylistically, you should be fine. You handle closed positions pretty well. I don't see any reason why not. Now knight g3. So this guy, whoever he is, like, is this a new account? It's not a new account. He knows the main line here. This is standard. I had the same game against Halash. I don't remember his first name. International Master Halash. Halas, excuse me. It's like Halas. But it was a draw. Also had a correspondence game here. Steve Heyman has used 0 time. Don't know much about Steve. He plays in the simuls a lot. Seems to play the opening really, really well. But still I have a good score. Basically, I don't have a plan anymore. Black just fully equalizes. That's what Kramnik is banking on. No advantage for white after 12 moves. No plan. It's pretty sick, actually. Pretty sick. I have no clue what to do. Alright. So number of players playing pretty much instantaneous moves every time around. Makes it hard. You guys have 40 minutes. I know you have 30-second increment, but still, take your time. Alright, I don't know what to do with this guy. The Crow chess fan. Phil Ivey's a new opponent for me, too. Took back this way, which makes sense. Queen a6 is a kind of cool move. Now it's just basically becoming... I feel like I have to play blitz. Okay, now I don't need rook c1. Savadog's playing a different line. And Laluo. Alright, this is all theory. This is my game from the Hungarian Team Championship in the spring. One of my games. h4, the Panda is in the house.
Hey, Asterbait, what's up? h4. You followed it up, the a3 with the h4. Actually, it's just interesting control of g5, but I think your king would be unsafe in the center.
Panda's words of wisdom. Your king might be unsafe in the center. Alright, we need to do something though. So e4 here. It's not such a common move, I believe. Fighting, yes, I take back. Now, what was my plan in this position? a6, pawn takes pawn, knight e5? The problem is that I didn't really have a plan when I made this move. I just thought I could do it. But what's up with b4? Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. I don't know why Bombas plays the speed that he does. It just seems like to me kind of a waste. He's a good player. But he seems only interested in playing instantaneous moves. Sadly. Now we're getting tortured by Nefedov's pretty routine line there that I don't know. Badfish also playing fast, but in kind of a questionable position. We just have a really good game here, I believe. Actually, everybody's playing fast. I mean, almost none of the players are actually taking any time. The bullet chess is just like destroyed. It's just destroying chess, I think. Phil Ivey also. Just every move is instantaneous. You guys ever think about your moves? You don't have to play like it's bullet. I have to play that fast because I don't have an alternative. You guys have to understand that. I'm in a different situation than you. You can actually take time. I cannot. That's the really key point here. I don't have the luxury of thinking, but you do. You know, a little bit more than me. Wow. That's playable. Pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. Huh. His structure's a disaster, though. Alright, I'll do it. So Natalie Louise, interesting play. It's almost like in English. Like a Ross Limo Sicilian. Again. Bishop f5. Then knight g3. Probably doesn't hurt. Famous last words. Okay, I have to play faster. Because I do. You guys don't. So take your time. Thanks everyone for playing, supporting the stream. Merle Dixon donated today some bits. Like to see more of that in the future. Rookie 8. So Laluo just kind of hanging out, not really doing anything. Not a bad approach, actually. I got no advantage against Steve Heyman's what do you call it? Kramnik variation. This is just a draw. Now a very interesting move. Bishop b5 from Super Sebi. Alright, we'll do it. I'll let you double my pawns, I guess. Be some dynamism. a5 perhaps. So b4 doesn't work. I ruined my whole Rubinstein plan here. Queen c2 was a bad move. Akiba played like queen b3 in one moment and was able to play knight a4 and knight b6. But I wasted the tempo with queen c2 now, which destroys the whole point of the thing. Essentially. Yeah, that's sad. So Crow chess fan now. Threatening. Is he threatening something? Possibly. He moves very, very fast. Yeah, pretty much everyone's just playing bullet. I mean, whatever, guys. Alright, we'll just play bullet. Bombas has used 30 seconds per move. I'm not going to accept you guys anymore who just don't take any time. Like, this will be the last game I'll play with Bombast. Because it's just... doesn't seem like he cares. He's just making moves as fast as possible. I don't know. Just seems wasteful to even bother. I'll get some new players who maybe want to actually take some time to think about their moves in the future. We'll try to mix it up a little bit. Okay, queen b6. Good move. He's going to bear down on d4 now. Got absolutely nothing here. Move 11, thanks for the donation. 500. Awesome donation. Very generous. Thank you. G-Manos just following the opening book, I guess. So James played 95. It's a little reminiscent to another game I had. What about bishop takes e5? We go with like good knight versus bad bishop, but my structure will be sketchy after that. It's not such a great position for my knight, actually. But it's interesting. Like, bishop takes e5, pawn takes e5, queen takes d1, bishop takes d1. And then, like, even bishop takes d1, rook takes d1, rook d8, he has rook d6 there, though. That's a problem. The rook d6 looks like it could be a serious problem. I guess I could just trade and play like f5 or something. AP 8-7, totally different from his normal style. Usually plays like a maniac. He's playing very solid here. Extremely solid fundamental setup. My time is just getting low. Bishop e3 from CamCam. I've never seen that. h4 is almost universally played. Thanks again, Move11, for being the bit leader this week. 520 bits donated. Maybe he started a bit war. We shall see. So bishop e3, c5. It seems like I have to play c5. And then it's like a French, but not a French. Pawn takes pawn. Knight takes. Let's go for it. I was thinking e5 at first. The Crow chess fan. This guy. Damn, dude. He's so instantaneous. Good moves, too. I don't know what to do. I don't like my position there. I'm not sure against Testosterone either. Okay, f3. Now what do I do? Like bishop e7? So I'm worse here. Knight e5, knight c4. The knight d5 is coming, I guess. But I can play this. Seems weird not to develop my pieces. Erdna, yeah. He has like a different account every week. Don't really know why. I haven't seen him get labeled or anything. I guess some people just get bored with the same name. Okay, so Stratego. Feels like Stratego's overextending himself. Now knight g5. But where is Asterbate going? I mean, is he going to sacrifice a piece here? Or I can just ignore it if I so choose. Alright, I'll call his bluff. He may have something there. That guy from Sudan is just regurgitating the opening book, which I did a video about. I should know more than almost anybody in that line. This bishop c4 looks like a good square for that piece. It's like extremely strong. Now knight e2. It reminds me of like a Grunfeld. Not really sure what I can do here. Yeah, this position is starting to bug me. Seems like my pieces are on the wrong squares. I have to take. What do I do next? The proverbial rook fc8. Be careful. Asterbate the knight on h3 seems funny. I think you just played for the Ponda. The Ponda gallery. What am I supposed to do here? I have knight h5 and try to take the pawn. That's awfully greedy. Knight c5, b4. Let's try it. He might have knight b5 there at some point. Soltigo just like dropped a piece. Streaming too much. Okay, this is kind of weird structure for white. So far, brilliant game by Natalie Louise. Doesn't really have much on her. It's 14 games. But positionally, this looks really good for white now. My bishop is killed. That's the whole strategic idea. Like, what am I supposed to do now? c5? I wish I could play c5. My pawn structure will be wrecked, though. Very sophisticated stuff. I guess I could try f6. It's extremely risky, though. This position looks excellent for white. Brilliant so far. Now f5 looks almost forced. Bishop takes e5, pawn takes e5, queen d3. And eventually I'm just going to lose a pawn. Actually, this looks bad too. But maybe it's not that bad. Okay, Mr. Arsenal. Batfish getting really passive. Queen sacrifice, not gonna happen here. Queen g3. Queen g3, there is knight f5. Ooh. Knight f5. Knight f5 is kind of cool. Oh man, this may or may not work though. Knight f5, he has queen e6. And then I don't have a good move. I have queen f4. Yeah, but maybe that's okay. Alright. Christian Bauer. A couple of Christian Bauer games. Move 11, the only player who took his time. Came up with bishop f4. Which looks pretty concerning for me. But I might be okay. Can I come back to c6? No. Man, we could be very, very, very dead if I make one little mistake here. Knight ec6 and then like bishop e5. What am I doing? Alright, this is a nightmare. I don't know why white deserves to have such a big advantage in this game. Knight g6. Bishop e5 check resigns. I just totally screwed this up. It feels like you can take some time, exactly, and then a lot of people don't, you know, and that's the thing I don't get. They're just on autopilot. Bullet autopilot. So knight c6, I think I'm just dead. Does bishop f4 just win on the spot? I have to play this perverse move, which is probably really bad too. Soltigo wasn't paying attention, dropped a piece. Not looking good for him. Concentration not there for the moderator. My plan was to play b4. Stick with the plan. When in doubt. Knight c6 against Mr. Coffee, Dr. Jekyll. Wait, what's up here? Absolute equality, except for the fact that I'm slightly worse now. Man, where does this guy get his opening repertoire? Not bad for a 1700. Play like Kramnik. to play a really awkward move. What about rook d4? That's just shouldn't be good. Okay, I don't know what to do. I don't want to waste all my time on one move. Soltigo. Played too fast. Now, Asterbait sacrificed a piece. This looks a little too ambitious. This looks like a bad French for me. Pro chess fan. We played just looks like twice before. Alright, we'll try to simplify here. Hold the position. Oh, I think I meant to play knight takes d5. Having second thoughts, though. Okay, Save-A-Dog setup with b6 looks legitimately slow. Even that's not that bad. Just to show you how durable the Queen's Gambit really is. Super Sebi playing positional chess here. We can also do that. A lot of close games. Really a lot of close games. Now Phil Ivey first played c6 and then ED, and now he's playing c5. This is pretty scary. But on the other hand, he might overextend. Kind of doubt it. I think this is probably just an extremely strong move. Who is Phil Ivey again on Twitch? I guess I can play d4 if I have to. It's not such a bad idea, probably. Okay, a Sicilian of sorts. Probably a transposition. Now I was thinking bishop e4, knight d4. Knight takes d4, queen takes e4. That's a messed up variation. And then like queen b5 check. King d8. What is going on? Okay, h3. That's like a theoretical novelty, I think. Maybe not. Maybe that was played by Shoshbela. I think this move might have been played before by Shoshbela, who I played this year. H3, but there's something wrong with H3. Some reason he didn't repeat it. He had a game he lost. It's Ach, or I think it was like Ach Peter. Shoshbela against Ach Peter. Pretty sure. Alright, let's try this. Absolutely equal. Maybe black's better now. Negro Modelo. Classic Queen's Gambit declined. The classic. I like my position against Mule Skinner. Somehow he ended up in a setup he doesn't typically play. Yeah, now looks like I'm just gonna get butchered. Meet the butcher. Why is my knight on b6? This is an unexpected turn of events. Pawn takes g4. Nah. If I take back with the pawn, that's probably reasonable. Let's just do the simple recapture. Okay, so rook takes. So you sacked a piece, Asterbait. Better have something good for it. Queen d2. I guess we just take. I don't remember this exactly. Was it like queen a5? so now what? E5. We win a pawn. What's the price? What's the price of winning this pawn? It's a pretty high price, right? Kind of a brilliant pawn sacrifice. This is all like pre-prepared memorization or use of opening book. It's unlikely someone would know all that theory. Is there like a specialist like me? I did a video on it. What is the deal here? Take back just went into my variation. Okay, so I was thinking just take back with a knight, actually. I don't really want my queen there. I feel I'd be moving instantly. He doesn't have rating? Kind of a new account. A lot of bullet gains, but he could have made this account like yesterday. When was this created? March, so it's been around a long time. Wow. It's crazy, dude. That account has been around a long time. Alright, so I'm liking black here, I think. He's playing like a positional genius. Bishop f4. You're playing like a positional genius. Maybe bishop f4. Alright. Everybody's moving very, very fast. I have to just keep it up. Okay, knight f5 or bishop f5. This is the standard plan by Negro Modelo. I think I had a similar game myself for whites. White's rook was on the other square. I don't know why anybody would play on chess.com, man. I mean, 90% of the players are like computers. It seems like a strange place to play. This pawn is hanging here, so we're going to take that. Just take the pawn. You know, why play on a site where most of the players are computers? Just not necessary to torture yourself that way. No reason to do that. Alright, so I take back must have listened to my variation and not believe me or something. So he's going to have to play... I thought I'd have something here. Are you kidding me? I mean, at the very least, I can make it play king d8. You know, this has to be good. It looks like I have to take on d5 with the worst ending now against Nefedov. Any other move is probably even worse than that. To give this up, it's ugly. Playing like an absolute beginner. But I am a beginner in the exchange, Roy Lopez. Queen g5 now. This isn't quite enough. I'm getting a field, it feels like. I guess that's true. I mean, my rating isn't that high on chess.com. I was playing computers right from the get-go. But the people see I'm a title player, so maybe I only played like 10 games. I mean, 5 of them were computers. Something like that. 50% ratio. Maybe a few more than that. But I wouldn't play on that site. Not even if they paid me. Just in principle, I don't like it for many reasons. Alright. Knight f4. Asterbate is down a piece. He sacrificed a piece. We will continue to simplify. Yeah, so now James really coming after me. Such a solid player. We don't know much about James. Super Sebi is super tricky. Trying to create some chances there. You asked them to close your account because I don't like their cheat report system? Of course not, dude. That's one of the worst things about the site. It's like absurd. It's totally absurd. I don't care if they close my account or not. I mean, I just won't play there. Ever. I mean, what am I missing? Like a 1-minute tournament that I have no chance to do well in anyway? I feel like playing fast here. Okay, against move 11, I'm really against the wall, but maybe I'm okay. This position looks good. Knight on h4 is very artificial for Ray Clay. And Soltigo's just down a piece. So here I thought bishop f6. Will that pawn fall? $1,000,000 question here. So the bad fish doesn't get mated. And g4 is kind of a funny move. Funny haha. I got other funny moves I could play against bad fish. Ooh. Some insane moves here, like bishop g4. Does this even work? Man, dude, this is getting weirder and weirder. This looks crazy good. Okay, bishop f5. It's like my game with Valerie Franklock. I put this knight on e5. Why? Why did I put my knight on e5? Can somebody tell me? Not really sure. So we want a pawn back here, but we're slightly worse. Who is Augustus again? Is Augustus a subscriber? That is like a brilliant pawn sacrifice. Speaking of which, Merle Dixon, also really strong. Bishop f4. I have to not trade pieces here. Yeah, this dude is... We've never played them, right? It's like move... They're from Sudan. It's move 16, and they played all book moves. I mean, there's no way that you know that much theory, and you're like an 1800 lichess player. In a totally obscure opening. I'm sorry. It's not like it's the Nydorf or something. You've got to be using like the opening book. Alright. Then it's not legal to use the lichess opening explorer to play your games here. Okay. C takes d5, queen e2. I just dropped my queen against Mule Skinner. What can I do? Alright, I resign. Sorry about that, man. Forgot you're attacking my queen. So that wasn't a good way to start with our first result for the day. So now, take back. I don't have any, like, you know, strong move like f3. But I think we have lots of interesting moves here. Just anytime there's money involved, people cheat, man. It's human nature. People weren't awarded the GM title because of their honesty, you know? I mean, you gotta keep that in mind. It's not a merit-based, you know, like an honor. It's just because they're good at chess. It doesn't mean that they're good people or even sportsmanlike. I've known GMs who cheated as well. Certainly. So, open a beer and think for a minute here. I'm very disappointed I lost my queen against Mule Skinner. I didn't realize even the faintest idea that my queen was attacked. Bishop g4. It's a deceptive position. He had such a bad position. He had very uncharacteristically bad position. And it felt like he had no threats. And that's a very dangerous situation when you find yourself in a situation where you think the opponent is never threatening you in any way. And that's the way I was with Mule Skinner. I was just like, his position is bad, he has structural problems, he's passive. You know, nothing he can do could possibly be a threat, you know. But he threw his queen out, or bishop out to g4. Probably, you know, not a great move, but not bad, and I just didn't see it. Arsenal, you know, we're not talking about professional football players who are getting paid, you know, by sports teams to represent their teams. We're talking about, you know, an individual sport where these people are not getting paid by anybody. You know, so I morally, yes, I think there's a obligation, but you know, you can't compare it to like football or a team sport like that where these guys are making like huge money. Chess grandmasters aren't really getting paid by anybody. You know, so they're just scavenging for money like everybody else. I can see why they cheat. You know, I morally don't agree with it, but I don't think they're going to be less cheating than anybody else. And some people have that idea. Okay, here I was just thinking some sort of simple move, right? Like knight f3. Does this buy me enough time? Well, I don't have a better idea at the moment. Let's not try anything too tricky. Okay, so Mule Skinner gets a lucky win there. I didn't like his position at all. So now Queen h6 threatening mate in 1. Oh man, I have some insane move here. This is some cool ideas. But how does this work, ladies and gentlemen? You might want to know. You might ask yourself, does this even work? I feel like I'm getting too tricky against the bad fish. Terrified of Bombist. Now I'm hating my life for this game. This guy has 2 draws against me already out of 4 games. That's a blitz game. And what's the other? 40-40. But he's higher rated or something, right? 1970. So this rating's showing up, but he's actually stronger than that. You see the 1700, you're like, oh man, how's the 1700 playing so crazy good? But it's not actually that simple. This is awkward. We need to do something active, I think. Don't worry about it, Mule Skinner. It happens every simul. At least one game I make some kind of crazy blunder. In this case, it was a pretty extreme example. Don't know what made me not see that. But I think the psychological side of it, you know, that I was talking about, where, you know, you're in a position where you just don't feel like the opponent has any threats, is a very, very dangerous place to be. You know, it was a little similar to this game in a way too. There's also a possibility that I kind of crossed my wires and I got like one game mixed up with another. Like Queen h5, Queen g6. Obviously Queen g5 check is possible. I don't know if it's a good move though. Man, Merle Dixon is like ridiculously solid. Okay, Chestosterone. I've got my Fianchetto Bishop ready for defense. Steve bailed on the file. I don't like putting my pawns on the same color, but we can do it. Natalie Louise playing really nicely. I'm gonna have to trick her like tactically again, I think. What am I doing? Okay, a5, a4 maybe? Last time we were lucky against her. So e5 here. Rook e8 also dynamic. I may have to simply take the pawn. Cam, every game I play with this guy, he plays some insanely interesting game. By far one of the most dynamic players. So now what? Crow chess fan. Can I castle? Really like to trade queens. Rook c8 would likely drop something. And bishop e5 allows queen c5. So I might have to castle at some point. It looks sort of risky. Could play rook c8 first. And then bishop e5. Alright, not too much time to think. So the bad fish took the thing. And the question is, what next? Okay, Soltigo dropped a piece against me, so that sort of balances out for my game against Mule Skinner. But I don't like my position too much. This looks good. Maybe I drop a pawn there. Man, Bombast is scary. Just so scary. Play against this guy. Used very little time. He has a plus score against me. You're definitely not supposed to have a plus score against me. He's been crazy tough. He had an insane score. He was like +7 in the beginning. Looks like I'm going to lose again. I don't really have a plan at all here. I don't know what to do. Seems like a matter of time and I'm going to lose. D5, sacrificing a pawn. He's got all kinds of moves. He just wins a pawn there. Alright, I'll sack a pawn. I need to decoy him somehow. This was kind of a disappointment, this game. How did my bishop go to f4? Oh, he forced it back there. Okay. Maybe I'll try the other way. Another good move by Augustus. My position is horrifying. To defend with the knight, I guess. Looks awful. Dude, what? He played f3 and I played bishop e5. Why would I do that? I just dropped a piece here too. That's 2 games where I just dropped pieces. Nice. Knight a4, nice move. Sorry about the piece drops. Knight d2. I think that's a theoretical novelty. This is probably an improvement on theory here. The normal moves are queen b3 and queen... No, let's see. Something different about that position. Bishop g5, really good move. Anyway, we're just in trouble. We dropped another piece against Dmitry. We're going to lose that. That'll be the second game I lost to him in a row, which is really bad. Here, alright, let's just back this off. Probably not good. Crow chess fan with a strange move, queen b2. I could just resign here. I have 2 pawns for a piece, but we'll play it out. I don't know why I'm making crazy blunders. It's not really even a blunder. People are threatening to take pieces, and I'm not defending against it. I take back. Interesting position. This looks a little dangerous. Did I just commit suicide? Alright. G4 in your position looked nice. I was just winning both the games where I blundered. Totally winning. Like in one case I had a +1 positional advantage. The other case I was just up a pawn for nothing. I think maybe I'm focusing too much on the chat. And that's a bit over the top. For this kind of 27 board simul, I should just play chess, you know. So I have this. Bad fish is toast, right? Or is there like no way to finish him off or something? We may need the H-pawn. Queen takes C2. If I play A5, he has time to defend. I guess I should take this. Very interesting game by Cam. Castling queenside. He may in fact be better here. So knight B5. So another pawn would check. Oh, that's crazy. I don't usually drop pieces just like this. So stupidly. Rook C7 looks pretty strong. He might have a defense against that, though. So Soltigo is our ace in the hole here. Trying to do better. Last week I had a kind of bad result. Yeah, King A6. I'm almost certainly gonna lose this game with the weirdness of I take back. Rook E1. Rook E1, Queen G4. He has to play King A6. It's the only move. Of course. Yeah, now, you know, position is difficult for me. That's his only move. I'm probably like close to lost here. I could try to trade queens. It's about the only thing I could do, realistically. Very bad position for me there. Yeah, but I mean your position is pretty good. This guy seems really strong, dude. I don't know what his deal is with his ratings, but this James guy, he's like 1500 here, but he plays extremely strong. I don't know what I can do. I'm just worse, probably. This is probably hopeless. I've only beaten Dimitrios once. Like, well, maybe 4 times. Alright. This is probably pretty hopeless, though. This is a very strong move, Bishop E2. Most people would like try to trade queens. He doesn't even go there. Now I'm the one like trying to trade queens. Negro Modelo. Oh, man. He's gonna stick a knight on C4, which is a huge problem for me. So we go with the minority attack, even if it means temporarily sacrificing a pawn. I thought I was slightly better. Maybe more than slightly better. Probably just winning. a horrible endgame for me. Typical for this variation. Rook A3. Okay, that's kind of a weird move. Cacheapo. Please don't let me drop anything. There's been 2 massive piece drops. And this guy played some sort of theoretical novelty, leaving me in a bad position. I mean, this guy is super scary. Maybe it is snowball again. I'm just in a bad way here. I'm gonna get wasted. Close the position. Natalie Louise. This position is really looking bad for me. She's playing like a master. It looks bad. Master positional play by white. Leaving me with bad pieces, bad knight. Just a matter of time till I lose that. Save Dog has solid game. I'm down a piece here. I've won no games. Like utterly paralyzed. I don't have any good positions except for this. Okay, I'm up a piece in this one. Almost no good positions. Here against Asterbait, I'm winning. These are my 2 best games. This is dicey. Cam with another really creative game. Clearly worse here. Just brilliant pawn sacrifice by white in this game. So he takes the pawn sack. I suppose. Laluo playing really weird. Of course. Simple double attack. I'll just resign this. We dropped a piece, so that's 2 losses. I'll take a draw. Clearly worse position there. And Soltigo's going berserk because he's in a lost position. So we lost 2, drew 1. No wins thus far. This is just a masterful positional game by white. I mean, what is Natalie Louise's rating? I mean, I've won all these games, but this game is by far really a nice positional game. Alright, let's try this. A4. Gotta take Asterbait. Don't really want to trade, but I am up a piece, buddy. So the bad fish played a surprise move. But I think I have bishop g6 check. I have mate like in 3. Bishop takes, knight takes, bishop g6 check, and then bishop takes f7. That was part of the idea. So we win like we can win one nice game, maybe. Smanas, I'm just clearly worse. Arsenal played the move I was expecting, so I thought I had something here, but maybe not. A3. Where do you go after A3? Queen A5? Really nice idea. But we lost some stupid games. Clearly worse here. Testosterone is a normal position, I guess, for both sides. Save dogs equal. Another Queen's Gambit, where I can't get an advantage. Thanks, Turkey Farm. Losing against Nefedov. Soltigo creating complications on the king side now. If he saves this, I'm gonna cry. Move 11 burned a lot of time. Still, he has an interesting position. Never ceased to have an interesting position. Just that he's a very thorough player. Like most people, he's not just blitzing his moves. I still don't like my game here. Okay, I can play here. I guess knight g6. He takes on f5. I take on f4. Leaving his bishop out to dry on what is it, b5. Okay, this is like kind of weird. It looks like some sort of two knights defense. This is getting weirder, but I wanted to make a retreat square for my bishop there. Alright. This was the point, I thought. Now g5. Can we sack a pawn with g5? Must have to. Against Testosterone. So Arsenal took. I don't have any tactics. I could put a knight on f6 for whatever that's worth. Augustus doesn't want to draw. Will not repeat moves. It looks like I'm losing against Nefedov, which is not at all surprising. Just clearly losing. So we're going to lose a whole bunch of games. Merle Dixon, very strong player. Here I thought I had rook a8. That should be okay, right? But he has bishop c2. Bishop d3, excuse me. Bishop d3 getting out of it. Alright, so takes there. Now I think I win a piece against AP. And Cam just comes up with threats out of the blue. Playing really weird. Don't know much about Cam. He's 1400 in blitz, 1600 in rapid. But plays fantastically. It's the heat wave. Why am I playing so bad? Why are you guys all so good? Can you guys explain that to me? That's what I'm trying to understand. How come you're so good? Slotigo just going totally nuts, like, will not give up. He's got a check there. Now f4. Playing cat and mouse games. This guy is like, who is this guy, dude? Everybody's like a genius. Ray Clay just dropped a piece, playing like me. Someone said we learn from the best. Obviously, Ray Clay, playing like me, dropping pieces. Finds this resistance here, Crow Chess Fan. Is there any sort of trick? I mean, I saw this and I allowed it anyway, because I'm so smart. But I'm probably okay at least. Just totally lost here. Utterly crushed. This game is giving me a headache. The positional maneuvers of Natalie Louise. Playing like a master, like a strong master in this game. Strategically. Maybe I can play f5 though. She's very strong strategically. Unusual for that rating level. Usually people are stronger tactically first. Must have been taught by a positional player. So here I can try to grovel for a draw on this ending. Here we have some chances. Okay, whenever I play a Merrill Dixon, it's like, man, this guy doesn't make mistakes. Cam is 1500 in bullet, dude. I mean, how is that possible? 1400 in blitz. Cam, how are you 1400 in blitz, dude? And you play like this? I mean, that's unrealistic. Alright. Bombus now pinning me. It looks like I have some counterplay. Queen here. He's got the first threats though. Cam subscribed. Wow, I didn't realize that. I wouldn't have even taken you into the. I didn't take you as a subscriber in the simul. When did you subscribe? I had no idea. He's like lurking there. I just like included you because you're like a regular. I didn't even realize you had subscribed. So Augustus. Man, Augustus is playing like a 2400 USCF player, I would say. Months ago. Wow, you just okay. You got the green name there, of course. I hate that. Can't read people's names on Twitch when they have the fluorescent green name. Why don't they eliminate that color? I mean, it's stupid that you have a color that people can't read. You just mouse slipped? Augustus is like, I just mouse slipped. No way. What do you mean you mouse slipped? You're like totally just played a normal move. Is that a joke or something? He mouse slipped. Alright. You had 2 recaptures and made one of them or something? Here. We can't win the pawn. But Nefedov mouse slipped. Yes. It's the only way I can win. Oh, it was Nefedov. Nefedov mouse slip. Saving that embarrassing. Saving me in my embarrassing Queen's Gambit exchange variation, which I don't know. What am I supposed to do in this game? I have no clue. So I wanted to play knight g4 now. Probably isn't even a good move. But it certainly looks interesting. He has resources. Wait, there's also d5. But d5, bishop f4. I mean, d5, bishop f4, e5 is kind of a funny line. This is getting extremely complicated. What does this even do? So we made a little progress against Steve to the point where we're no longer worse. We're like slightly better. But unfortunately, you know, even with a long time control, the quality of the games isn't very high. I'm dropping pieces. Nefedov is like dropping pieces. AP's dropping pieces, so actually not that many games were able to play the kind of quality game that we'd really like to play with this sort of time control, is what I'm saying. Man, a good move. Darn it. So Natalie now stopping me with this very subtle move, Queen D3. Okay, that is... I gotta play Bishop H7, but then you have Knight H5. It's like a genius. Natalie Louise plays a lot of subtle moves. Okay, Queen D3. Definitely not the right opening to play against her. Was this. Man, I was hoping for a mouse slip here. That was what I really wanted to see. I guess we're just like losing all our pawns or something. I didn't even see you could capture. I didn't think anybody would capture on E2 there. Queen E7. Man, this guy is brutal. Not the only player. Merle Dixon plays like a master too. So Knight A3, I saw this. Negro Modelo. But I just didn't really know what it does. What am I doing though? Is the other question. Where's my knight going, for example? Okay, so I put a knight on f6 against Arsenal fan, but what am I actually achieving? It looks pretty. Okay, move 11. Are we going to make some blunders here? What do you think? H5, the Ponda? No, I got problems now. Hey, what's up, guys? Can I play H5? Alright, he's threatening knight takes f5 for reals now. I might have to trade on b1, but that's sort of gross. But what else can you do? I can't let him take on f5 and destroy my structure for free. What an awkward situation. This doesn't look good. I mean, Cam is ridiculously strong, dude, for his rating. Okay, he said he doesn't play fast. But man, dude, you're at 1899. That's really strong. This game. Nice game. Now what do I do? Bishop e5? This is just going to be a draw. Another week where I'm not going to have a great score, it looks like. Nothing to do. Just winning a piece here. Just bad quality by all of us, really. I mean, I should have played that other move. E5. E5, E5, E5. White has a lot of resources. I could take on D4 though. Wait, does this work? He can always sack a piece with some crazy move like Knight B5. Merle Dixon. Merle Dixon is a genius. Plays like a GM. He makes tactical mistakes, I heard. But I haven't seen one lately. Masturbate fighting back, dude. Just doesn't stop fighting back. Give up, Asterbate. Let me win. Soltigo also fighting back. I'm starting to get concerned that Soltigo actually has real play here. I thought it was all just smoke and mirrors. But, it's looking like more than that now. So a5. Do we have anything against Arsenal? We've got g4 chasing him back. Obviously, that's the first step. Okay, recapture. What happened now? We're up a piece here. Yeah. Laluo trading down. But we have knight d5. Tempting. Tempting, tempting. Tempting, 1, 2, 3, tempting. Yeah, I mean, okay, now what? This player. Bishop f6, going back. I just played bishop e7 a minute ago. That seems really dumb. Rook cd1. I guess I should just play bishop f8 and try to maneuver my knight instead of trying to do bishop h6 there, which is sort of stupid. Knight d6, no time. Man, that's a good move. Queen d6, look at that. Gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. Now my queen is virtually trapped. Knight f4. Trading queens. Equality. h4, f4. Move 11 is not going to miss his opportunities here to just maul me in the center. The f4 is super dangerous. That will rip me to shreds instantaneously. I gotta be prepared. This is probably a mistake too. Prepared to close the position was what I was gonna say. Another good knight. Knight d6 now. Got something going. So Natalie Louise with what? Queen c3. It's a lot of queen moves. Start bishops alive. Man, I'm almost toast here. Check out take back. I might as well just give this up now. I might lost, aren't I? King on a6. This is crazy. He came up with these ideas really fast. I'm just lost, I think. White sacked a piece here. That's not enough. I wish we could do even longer simuls. I feel like the quality of the games isn't good enough for both sides. I don't have time to really play well. And you guys have struggles too. Better than me though. I think everyone's doing better than me for the most part. Man, this guy is good. I think that Merle Dixon has to be. What do you guys think about his rating? I mean, he's not Mr. Coffee. He's even higher rated than Mr. Coffee. He's got to be like 2,000 plus. This is a relatively new account. It's not got a lot of games, but he's strong. Where did I go wrong? Where did I even make a mistake in this game? This has got to be like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Almost every game is a draw. Check it out. He never loses. Like, am I worse there? King h1. I'm done. This is just like resigns, dude. Knight g5. Can I survive somehow? Some desperate tactical trick. It's hard to beat Asterbait because he closes up the position all the time. I've noticed this. He's good at like locking it all up, you know. It becomes kind of irritating after a while. Like, how do I win with my extra piece here and I can't do anything? I'm just hanging out with an extra piece. Possible to make progress. I thought white would play bishop e2 there with the game with move 11. But I think I understand his point. I understand. h5. I do have knight c4 now, which hopefully buys me some time or something. Check out Augustus. What do you think the level of play is here? Pretty strong, I would say. It's like perfect. Zugzwan. Like I said, like I'm playing a senior master, basically, in this game, I would say. 2400 USCF. What's up, Lou Barlow? This is just strategically lost, just completely. White played like, I would say, 2400 USCF in this game. The brilliant pawn sacrifice that he made in the opening, just extremely deep. I don't know what I'm going to do. Saltigo's trying to trick me. But I'm going to get mated if I'm not careful. I really need some sort of saving move. Okay, let's play knight e5. Okay, this is just the winning position where I, he's offering a draw here, but I felt like I was a little better. Obviously there's a threat, though, of some sort, of the rook down. His king is cut off. Let's play a couple more moves before agreeing to a draw there. Phil Ivey. Impressive. All you guys are impressive. Very few weak players in this group. Last week I was just tormented. This does nothing, drops my game. Let's just go for it. The Ponda. Whoa, move 11 just sacked a piece. A little bit of like playing for the gallery there, move 11. Thank you for giving me a chance. He just wants to be a fair guy. Give me a fighting chance. He's got me like pinned down with a sword to my neck. Like lets me up and he lets me up and then like hands me a sword. Basically. Queen g4. He's seen everything. Seen everything, this guy. Gotta go try to take him out. So move 11, knight g4 or knight c4. Not even necessarily good. That's my king, by the way. No, I don't think he's giving me a chance to have a break here. He's actually trying to kill me. Very well. We made our bishop live against Natalie, and I think our position starts to be okay now. She's played well strategically, but I've made major improvements to my game. Not really a plan per se. Arsenal is really solid, but he did drop an exchange, it looks like. Almost worth it to trade for that guy. Where's my... Dude, what's this guy doing to me? He's gonna, like, wreck me. He's gonna totally wreck me. Cam. Rook f1, best move. Hands down. No questions asked. I'm totally dead. Can I survive this? Merle Dixon is like a grandmaster too. This is the ridiculous simul. Like, you people are too good. You shouldn't even be playing in simuls. Way too strong. Alright. I look ridiculous, really. Bishop e1. Will you guys start making some blunders, maybe? At some point? Is that possible? Perhaps? And move 11 just gonna toast me across the board here. Can't even get my pieces out. This is insane, dude. I should just sack a piece here with like knight takes f4 and pray for dear life. Alright. So Augustus copped out a little bit. I mean, they had like they had hesitated there. I think they had a better move, a better way of playing. Now bishop here. This could get interesting. Augustus had a better move. Not having to take on c7, I think. Something else. Soltico's going to checkmate me next. Because I'm not going to be happy if that happens here. Alright. So my king's just in the center of the board. It's equal material. But I have very, very little coordination whatsoever. Man, this looks bad. We might be able to take Soltigo out on time. That's pretty much our only hope. Super Sebi, his usual self. He's like the best defensive player in the simul. Alright. I had a terrible hallucination that I hung a piece again. I haven't hung any pieces for like a good 20 minutes, which is impressive. I haven't seen this guy in a while. Natalie Louise said she was learning from the international master Igor Smirnov. No, I don't know him. He only makes videos. He's not a real person. He's one of those people who was made up. He's like a made up identity. He's fake news. No, I guess he's a real person. I do not know him. Just kidding around. He's good at marketing himself though. I'll give him credit for that. Queen f3 now. Okay, I thought I could take here. We're getting kind of materialistic. Alright. What's up? You thought Igor Smirnov was a real person? Oh no, that's just a made up. Oh no, I'm just kidding. I think he's real. We're lucky if we don't die here immediately. They just invented this name, like the vodka company. Because there was no strong grandmaster named Smirnov. They thought they'd invent someone. But, no, I'm just kidding around. I guess he's real. He's into chess marketing. Arsenal just took his chances. It was a good gamble on me not seeing that my queen was hanging. I do that a lot. Like, I'm just thinking that they would never trade queens, like, down the exchange or whatever, you know, and I'll just you know, like, make the usual move. This is an evil trap or a blunder. Knight takes c4. I can also play queen takes c4. Knight takes c4 or queen takes c4. I guess it doesn't matter objectively. We had another really long game with Aluo before. This guy's kind of crafty. Did beat me once. But Cam's game, man, this feels like too strong, man. I'm a dead man here. This is just too strong. Alright. I think the Cam game is like hopeless. I have a network error. Hopefully I didn't lose my stream. Just some Bass Ale. Iced tea, Bass Ale, water, and coffee. We got all kinds of beverages. I went to the liquor store the other day to buy beer, and I realized that I don't like almost any of the beer that's for sale, which is really sort of scary. Looks like I'm gonna have to allow an exchange to fall here, or give up my B pawn. We are up a piece though anyway, right? So it shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, time starts to be of the essence. I don't really like domestic beer, and the liquor store I went to has kind of crappy selection of imported. Life is tough, man. So this is speaking of life is tough. It's about to get a lot tougher. For some reason, move 11 plays like an absolute freak against me. He's just sick genius. I mean, he's really literally crushing my face here. I thought I had hope, but there's no hope. There's almost literally no hope. This looks ridiculous. And then I'm like, I can't even like avoid. I can't even move fast enough to equalize, save a dog. All right, dude. Can't even keep up with you guys. H5. Automatic move H4. This guy's king is on A6. Who cares? So now we're in this really technical ending against God Incorporated. Really tough technical ending. So we played this. Really know what I'm doing. Pawn down. Not enough compensation. I am a pawn down there, right? Merle Dixon's kind of like very safe player. Okay, Queen E1. I told you he was like a defensive genius. G Manus gave us a chance. A knight e4 back. That's a strong knight. Needs to go. So our time started to be the issue. I'll just play blitz, no problem. How come nobody else has problems with the clock? Only me. I don't know, dude. Merle Dixon is ridiculously strong. I'm gonna opt for a draw here. He took it. I thought I was worse. I'm worse in like most of my games. That's kind of scary, you know. Should be for F5. F5. Bishop takes D5. Queen takes D5. We gotta go. Move 11 is just brutal, dude. I'm so close to toast there. And what happened now? Rook C7, Rook C8, Rook C1. And he's trying to mate me. So it's going to take a little bit of creative play here not to get mated by Soltigo. Or take back, who's trying to mate me as well. But I've got C3. I mean, this actually doesn't look that bad. My knight on G5 becomes pretty good. Okay, Phil Ivey. So, Bombist. Now, I had a plan. EEO, D4, okay, and then D3. We have to go. Just go. Acerbate. Adding to the confusion. Muddying the waters. Okay, guys. F6 has been played. That's a subtle move. I mean, this guy, come on now. Not just beating me, but like crushing me like a dog. Alright. Desperate sacrifice. Bishop e3. That's actually really good for me. Move 11 has bishop f2 now. Oh my god. This is like one of the most humiliating games I've ever lost. Another great move. Check and take a pawn? Nah. Too risky. I need to protect my king side. This is so complicated to play this position with so little time. Let's try to trade queens. Okay. That's a scary move. We've come to expect that from this player. Let's not panic. Bishop d1. Double exclamation point. d3. I guess this is just a draw. Alright. Phil Ivey's got really good time management too. I didn't know you were that strong. And I've seen you in the stream, but I didn't know you were like expert strength player. Alright. Now I'm tempted into getting aggressive as I get low on time. A lot of these positions are really complicated. Guys, just take your time. Or don't. Wait, what happened? Knight c4. He just lost a piece. That's refreshing. No, not really, right? He's not. It's just a trick. It was just it's all a trick. Smoke and mirrors, as I said. I feel like Natalie Louise doesn't want to trade pieces just on principle or something. I'm not sure if you should actually avoid the trade of queens there. Doesn't really matter to me. Bishop h5? No. Oh, rook c3, I guess, is coming. So I thought this is a good ending for me. Man, some people have amazing amounts of time here. Oh, wait a second. So what's going on? Bombist. What's going on, Bombist? Okay, so I'm not winning a piece. Of course. I should have known. Super Sebi, the best defender in the simul. This is just a draw, I guess. Bishop d5. Oh, you're threatening mate, right? That's a surprise. The Augustus. If I want to trade here, not queens, but it's safe. What just happened? He sacked an exchange. Alright, well, everybody like has tons of time except for me. Rook d1. So I'm just trying to survive. Why not e4? Yeah, I'm gonna get mated there. Check this player out, dude. Are you serious? Oh man. Go for it. I'm in such time pressure, like, I don't have much time to think about most of my games. I mean, this is a little over the top, dude. White's playing this game. Bishop takes f6. Knight takes g8. Man. This game, too, you guys are, like, incredibly strong. White messed this up. He had an insanely good position. I can't believe he messed this up. He played the opening, like, flawlessly. Still, it's not over, though. Phil Ivey with good counterplay. Black's just tied up here. Okay, so I go into the king and pawn endgame. What's up with that? I have 4 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. The losses were really sad. What am I doing? I don't know. Is this a crazy move to play f5? Just playing blitz. Soltico is sort of frightening, how crazy he is. And weird. Maybe rook g6, rook h6. He'll have resources against that too. So what am I down? 2 pawns now against Augustus, the international master. I guess we're running for it over here. Now Phil Ivey played a little too fast, I think. He's got 20 minutes, that's ridiculous. You should take your time. See if he's seen further. Cam. Absolutely insanely good game. What's happening? Oh my god. I'm scared. I think I'm lost against Soltigo. The most amazing game ever played. I can't believe I'm going to lose to Soltigo. From that position, that's perverse, dude. I guess that makes the simul fun. You drop a piece, and you're like down a piece for nothing, and you win. We've had like 8 games like that going either way today. Asterbait is not giving up, dude. Alright, G3, of course. Alright, I thought that was something hanging. I'm always terrified when I'm playing Bombast. But is this a draw? Are you sure? Did you have to like give way first? Maybe I should play CD here. Against my better judgment. How does he trick me into like overextending myself every time? Oh my god. You gotta give me a break, dude. Augustus has played like a USCF 2400 player. Now I have like F5 perhaps? Or C4? Actually, bishop takes d5. Kind of a funny move. So don't you have to lose the opposition here? Somehow? Alright, whatever. I'm dead, man. I'm dead. I could just resign here. Good game. Good game, move 11. He's down to 3 minutes. Perhaps I shouldn't resign the time situation, but I'm totally lost. What happened to A5? Yeah. But I guess it is a draw, right? Like being stupid. He has the opposition, diagonal opposition here. He only used 10 minutes for the whole game. Wasn't there another weird game against that guy? I don't know how weirder Laluo could play with his pieces, basically. With the rook on h4. How much weirder. And like, what just happened? Queen back. This is a 1400 blitz player. I mean, that's impossible, dude. Damn. Just getting wrecked in so many games. What is the strength of my opponents here? Even Asterbay like down a piece is impossible to make progress. Alright, this is objectively equal against Bombast. I don't know if he wants to draw or not, but I shouldn't really be worse. I should really push the pawn at some point. Got nothing here. I am winning this. Hopefully. Opposite colored bishops again. This time I'm up a pawn. Man, rook a1. It's brilliant. Trading pieces. What just happened? Queen a6? Seriously? What if I played bishop f1 or something? It's a trap. Rook takes, queen c8. No, wait a minute. Maybe I'm getting paranoid, but rook takes rook c8. Queen somewhere. Looks like it gives him counterplay. I was just joking about Smirnov. It was like sarcastic humor. But I've never seen the guy in real life. The level of play that I've encountered today is off the charts in terms of overall strength. I mean, I'm just hopelessly lost here. My queen's on g8. Cam just wasted me. Guy was a freaking beginner. Alright. Looks like white's better here, down a piece. He's got a really, really promising counterplay. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I'm just toast. Again. I'm just toast. Everywhere I look. Everywhere you turn, you're toast. Man, this is enough to drive somebody crazy. Rook check. Would I drop a rook? No. Okay. Okay, so here we're winning. It's a matter of, it's going to take some time. I mean, this guy Augustus is out of control, dude. That doesn't even seem realistic. Should I play f5? Kind of risky, actually. I mean, everybody's crazy strong. Even Acerbate is like beating me now. Almost beating me. Down a piece. Because I'm having a really bad day. Last week was a bad day, though, as well. Breaking through on e7 in a lot of lines. Very masterful play by White. Still with 8 minutes left. Okay, I'm not losing against Laluo. Okay, what do we do now? G3, Rook B8. Traded queens. This tricky ending. Alright, what's the next trick? Recapture. Should slowly be winning against Arsenal. I'm dead, dude. The guy has 24 minutes left. That's extremely strange for me. 24 minutes and outplayed me like a master. Pretty crushing. Had we played them before? Am I down a piece yet? Knight G4. Doesn't do anything. Man, this is just beat goes on and on here. Testosterone actually used his time. Cam actually used his time. Most guys didn't. It's after that pawn now. Are you serious? You're just gonna scoop my pawn? Alright. Better here. Looking like it's gonna be hard to win this. That should be a win. Arsenal. That queenside pawn should be decisive. She can't avoid a trade of queens now. Look at this. Oh my god. You have to be kidding me, dude. It's Phil Ivey. We have to go, then. Okay, Acerbate, you gotta leave me alone. You're driving me absolutely insane. You're just absolutely driving me insane here, dude. Please leave my king alone. I'm gonna drop something. My god. Took the pawn. He's got a defense. There comes the king. What's now? Rook h5, dude. Alright. Now what? They take c2 loses, right? Alright. It was hard to get her to trade queens. Not easy. The opposite color bishop position is really going to be tough too. What happened now? Asterbate did what? Rook g6? Another annoying move? Can I ever do anything? Dude. Alright, this has got to be a win. Bishop b7. Seriously. Are you serious, dude? Alright. Now I have no moves. Knight e5. Knight takes a5. Knight takes a5. This looks good. Not. I'm just getting absolutely ripped apart. I lose. The level of play here across the board is outrageous. I mean, wasn't Soltigo just winning now with rook g2? Oh no, I had a knight check. Well, that's a miracle. He guarded against said knight check. Just like non-stop threats in every single game. Now we're actually winning against Arsenal. This is a super difficult position. I'm just gonna lose if I'm not careful. Negro Medella actually has less time than me. Rook a1. Right. I just lose everything. Testosterone. Just a genius game. I couldn't possibly defend any longer against him. The level of play is outrageously strong. Look at this. I mean, this is ridiculous, dude. I just resign. I mean, dude, that's like insanely master level. The entire game. Here, d7. Luckily, I might be winning here. This guy, too. I just resign. I mean, that's ridiculous. 21 minutes. I will not play him again. Knight takes here. This is lost. I'll play a few more moves. We actually have some sort of tactic. Doesn't work. I'm not sure. The Augustus guy, it's just obviously ridiculous, dude. I mean, there's no way. That game was insanely strong. And the speed is like the worst thing. Dude had like 20 minutes. Dude, you used like 20 minutes and you crushed me like you were like a grandmaster, you know? That's not really realistic. This is lost. I should just resign here. That was a brilliant game too. Albeit a legitimate one. Okay, rook takes d7 check. I had a hallucination. So Asterbate just had rook takes d7. I thought I had bishop takes check, but it doesn't work. Now I'm in danger of losing. Oh my god. What am I gonna do? Do like go back to f8. Barely hanging on. Okay, I don't have to move this. We'll check the center pawn loss on the game. I mean, I think it'll be pretty decisive. I'm just not going to accept people anymore who have like not really established accounts. It's ridiculous. with less than, I don't know, 100 games, or even then. If I don't really know the opponents, this is going to be hard to make progress, actually. I don't think I'm going to win many games, period. You're like the only player in the whole simul with like 20 minutes left. And you crushed me easily. Technique, everything. Almost perfect. Well, you went for me and you suspected me of being a cheater. 5-card draw, I think that's really an unfair statement, dude. That's not what I said. So please don't make me put words in my mouth and stuff like that, okay? That's not really cool. That's not at all what I said, dude. If you want to go back and like replay what I said, I didn't say you were a cheater. It's not really cool to make, you know, put words in my mouth that I didn't say. It's hard enough for me to play like 26 boards at the same time, but then you start making up stuff. It's not really cool. Alright. Bishop takes b2 check doesn't work. Acerbate. Acerbate really giving me the toughest game he's ever given me. What happened here? G5. I lost 6 already. I found your account a bit suspicious because your rating was like ridiculous. Didn't you have some kind of ridiculous rating or something? That's not calling you a cheater, dude. A bit suspicious is not calling you a cheater. It's different. It's a totally different thing. But you want to argue about the semantics of it? You got like 90 games or something? I mean, that's almost nothing. And you play on chess.com? That's really... Dude, whatever. Any account with like less than 100 games is suspicious. I'm sorry. But it is, dude. Until you have, I mean, at least like 500 games, I think there's no way that, judging by the amount of people that are cheaters on internet chess, I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. I'm trying to play here with like 5 minutes and you're like all upset because I said your account was a bit suspicious. I mean, that's totally exaggerating. Look at this. It's like I'm gonna have to grovel for a draw here as well. Like, you know, that's really not a big deal. Just sacked the queen. What happened? Laluo sacked his queen. This is really hard to win. I'm lucky if I make 50%. Okay, we're up a piece here. Should I let him in, though? Okay, I don't understand. They just miscalculated something. So I have 9 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses. This is very similar to last week's simul in terms of level of results, but I feel like it was far worse. I was losing almost every single game, it seems like. Laluo was playing crazy queen rook maneuvers. Like, I mean, you were asking for trouble. I think you actually had a decent position if you played calmly instead of going a little bit crazy there. Suddenly, this game against Arsenal fan is very, very problematic for me. Holy crap. I mean, this really should have been an easy win. I've even messed this up. We've got 6 games remaining. Can't afford to have to think here. If I sack the pawn with like knight f5, bishop takes f5, pawn takes f5, he's got all kinds of moves. d4 going right away. This is like a nightmare. Just stall with a knight check. So it looks like I'm winning against Asterbate finally, but this is like maybe his best effort ever. Check this out. d6. OMG. Oh, no, it's e takes d6. Okay, I was like, I forgot that you had that. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm winning this. Truthfully, it's really a pity. I was completely winning, but Arsenal has an amazing amount of time. Negro Modelo like was better, pretty much. Alright, is there some way I can play this for a win? There's got to be a way I can try to play this for a win. I have 2 connected passed pawns. Gotta try. Although it could be very risky. Am I lost yet? Yeah, this is still tricky. G Manus. Good chances there. Yeah, when people start freaking out, that's often suspicious. In my experience, when you say something to them, if they have nothing to hide, then why would they be upset? You know, if you make an accusation, nobody ever calls me a computer, but if they did, you know, I wouldn't bother me because I'm not, you know, I have nothing to worry about. I mean, I've never ever in my life cheated using an engine, you know, so why would I be? If it was like lichess that accused me, I might be upset, you know, but like if an individual person accused me, I'd be like, all right, you think I played that well to be a computer? Thank you. Okay, Asterbate just went crazy. What's up here? So man, what uncompromising chess today. Knight takes d4, I got it, because I got knight takes f3 check. And I'd like to know how strong Natalie Louise is. It has no games, you know. I've been trusting them, but they've got like no games at all. And Igor Smirnov, student. I really don't want to play people who have no games. I mean, that's just asking for trouble. Against Negro Modelo, he may be helping me a little bit, you know, by trading. But it's objectively a draw. Asterbate almost snuck one by me. This is another draw. Even though up a pawn, looks very hard to win. objectively. So now knight b4. We're in a weird situation, but he's got a check. Ooh, that check is nasty. I could actually lose this. This is going to be super tricky ending against Arsenal. Winning against Asterbate. Man, I really blew the game against Arsenal. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. I mean, I had like no risk situation, totally winning. Yeah, but I mean, if you rarely play on lichess, why should you be allowed to play in the simul? I mean, if you're not really taking part in the site, why should you be included? I mean, it doesn't make sense. You expect to have like the best of both worlds, just automatically be accepted if you'd ever play here. It's kind of weird. I mean, I like to play with the people who play on lichess and support lichess, not people who like support chess.com. Not interested in chess.com. And I don't want to support them in any way. I don't like their site, and I don't like the people. Bishop takes. I'm dead again. No, this is a draw, I guess. I can hold this. And then here we could maybe torture white if we get lucky. Got c5. Doesn't work, though. I guess this is a draw against Natalie. Though that white can play for a win, I suppose. Bishop e1. Does this even work? Instantly. Bishop takes h4, and then rook h1 and g5, and now take with massive counterplay. I don't know what else to do. I could play rook e8 maybe. No, then you're back on me, attacking me again. We're a little better there. Sigurd Modello is getting low on time. But he's got a lot of games, right? I mean, this is a player with hundreds of games. I don't like playing people who have 50 games, 20 games, what have you. Alright, we gotta go. I'm gonna maybe lose this even. I really screwed up. The other thing is like people making multiple accounts, 2, 3, 4 accounts. That's really weird. I don't know what's going on against Arsenal. I thought Natalie Louise might even have like c5 there, trying for more, actually. Do I really have better position against Negro Modello? I don't think so. I think it's probably still equal. Maybe actually Natalie Louise saw further than I thought, you know, and she's just seen further. But the last move, is that really the best? Was there knight f3 there? That's a good question. Got to give the pawn back. That's probably a draw. This is probably a draw. Almost certainly a draw. Arsenal's game is really irrational. Now I'm down a pawn with a very far advanced passed pawn. Here, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This smells like draw. You know, you could even lose if you're falling into some sort of trap here. The level of play was insane. Okay, bishop e4. So, how am I going to do this? Am I going to lose? Is it going to be a draw? I don't know. Yeah, this is objectively equal against Negro Modello. There's no reason why I should win this. E5. Okay. Arsenal has a lot of pawns. As we go, we try to make a queen. What? Last time I beat Natalie Louise in an ending. Not that different than this. A little more pawns on the board. Maybe that's her only weakness. So, we got 11 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses. Thanks, Move 11, for the support. Nice game, Move 11. He played the best game by far today. Is it already 7:30? Holy crap. It's already 7:30, so we're actually a tiny bit better against Natalie Louise, but I think there's not enough material for one to objectively win. I'm in danger of losing to Arsenal fan. Major danger. But wait. Can I trick him or something? This might have been a bad idea. King d5. Now where do I put my king? Over here? I suppose so. Then white gets active. I mean, sorry, black gets active here. Oh man, this could be awkward. Like I have to play king b2? That's ridiculous. Another check. Did Manas make some inaccuracy here? Perhaps. I get my pawn moving, I could have some chances. Actually, I'm winning the d5 pawn. It looks like we're winning this pawn. If we're winning that pawn, then we have a good chance to be winning the game. Man, this is super scary. I don't think I can push this pawn. I can go for this, like. I think this is just a draw. No, I'm not taking a draw now. I mean, I think I'm better now. Maybe it's still a draw, but there's no risk for me, really. So rook takes pawn. Playing for a win. White showed great knowledge in the opening here. Playing the first 17 moves of book. Something like that. Okay, so knight c4 now. Bishop b5. Or h4. There's a check. Do I lose there in that king and pawn game? Maybe. I lose. Careful. That's a draw. Now check, check. Probably doesn't hurt to check here. Two connected pass pawn should win. This side agree to a draw. Alright. Good game, Negro Mandela. I don't have any right to play for a win there. You were better. You were better. Yeah, I don't know what to do about Neffy. I feel bad, but I also did ridiculous things like dropping my queen on d1. I mean, you know. That's the problem. Goes both ways. So can I play d5 now and just make progress? I hope. I should be winning. 3 ongoing. Asterbate had 5 blunders. I don't want to know how many I had, alright? Because if you had 5, I probably had 3 or 4. Because I didn't beat you very easily in that game. I made it really, really hard for myself. Thank you guys for playing in advance. We should be done in the next 15 minutes. 3 games remaining. The Arsenal game and the other 2 games are really complex. This should be a win. Thanks, Soltigo, in advance for moderating. Knight A3 looks... Wow. Natalie's going to lose this. Endgame. What happened to H5? Okay, so I could still play King G3. Trying to kind of save a tempo. I have a bad feeling this is a draw max for me. Knight takes D4, King G5 is fine, I think. So I think we're looking at a maximum draw. C4. We're in good shape here. I think I played only 1 out of 10, plus I watched. What are you talking about, Simone? So we're getting lucky against Natalia, but losing the thread against Arsenal fan. I should have won against Arsenal fan, and I was like maximum equal against Natalia, but it turned reverse. So now we're up a pawn at the very minimum. There's the E3 move. It's kind of evil. E3 pawn takes pawn is pawn takes pawn. But she has a trick with knight C2 and knight E3 check at the end of the day. So that probably doesn't work. It's still not over yet. I guess I should just take the pawn. Really have a better suggestion there. Manus is offering a draw, but I mean this is totally over for white. I mean that's just crazy, dude. You can't be doing that. So still some chances for Natalie Louise to hold on, but I don't think so. My H pawn's too strong, actually. Check, take, king there, push, takes, yeah. So this actually holds. So Arsenal did what? Oh, I could lose this. Nice. Nice job. I could totally lose this. Does the knight check do anything? Not really. I have to take this pawn, man. I'm gonna lose. White resigned there. I can't believe I'm losing this. G3 check. Oh man, I must be toast here. I'm such an idiot. Wow. Nice game. One of my worst endings ever. So H4. Can't stop that. Ooh. Bad endgame against Arsenal fan. Man, lost my mind. Natalie resigned, but this is looking ugly. Just over. It's just over. There's no defense. I can't believe I let this happen. Man, that's sad. Man. What did I do to myself? I was totally crushing. Oh, this is horrible. What a way to end it. Check out the Discord channel. What a way to end it, man. That's so sad. Alright, man. Good game. I resign. So we lost 7. We had 6 draws. Really nice game by Move 11. This was the best game. Played like a genius. Check this out. So apparently this is theory. It looks awful for black, to be perfectly honest. Not good theory for black anyway. I'm supposed to take the pawn on e5 right away. Yeah, this is a terrible, terrible game. There was, man, this game was insane by Cam. He played so well. He was apparently losing for 1 move, but how? Knight takes g8, bishop g5. I could have trapped his queen. Oh. Other than that, it was a fantastic game by white. Yeah, a couple of my losses were pure blunders, but a couple of my wins were as well, so it sort of balances out. But Arsenal fan was just totally lost. I mean, this is embarrassing to lose an ending like this. I was like +5 or something. How can I lose this position? I'm +5.7. That's insane, dude. I mean, you're down a pawn with the like bad bishop, and I lost. This is just, it's like a lesson in how not to play chess. +5, everything's under control, and then suddenly he's like bothering me, and I don't know why I didn't play knight f5 check. I had a hallucination here, you know, that these pawns would be a problem, these 2 pawns. It's kind of weird, you know. I think I'm going to have to let him queen or something in order to win that. Yeah, good job, Arsenal fan, hanging in there. So, really tough games. We had luck against Natalie, luck against Laluo. This guy, though, I mean, he made some inaccuracies, so... But his time, and he started to get really angry when I said, you know, it's suspicious. He sent in like a... You know, if he said, look, I'm not a computer, maybe, but he was so angry about it. He's got very few games there. 1,400 blitz, actually. So, I don't know. But he played really, really fast. It was just kind of weird. His technique was kind of good. Never felt like I had any chance after the opening. Like a machine playing white. And even though he played the opening bad, it just felt like after that it was just brutal. I don't know though. I didn't like the way he reacted. Yeah. Phil Ivey, I know you're Phil Ivey, dude. What is this not about you, man? If you don't want to hang out on our stream, you don't have to, but it's totally not about you. I know you're not Augustus 717, dude. What are you talking about, man? Why are you injecting yourself in this situation? I totally don't understand what you're doing, man. We're not talking about you at all. You just said you didn't want to hang out here anymore, and you were kind of mean about it, so whatever, dude. It was not about you. Anyway, guys, thanks for supporting the stream. Thanks for being subscribers. Really nice game by Take Back as well. Astrobate, not Phil Ivey. This has nothing to do with Phil Ivey. Merle Dixon, your game looked like pretty perfect. Testosterone. This was an insane piece sacrifice. Check this out. And maybe I'm winning, but the position is just incredibly complicated. I didn't have time to defend perfectly. I tried, but eventually I lost control of this position. My best win, I don't know. My best win was probably this is where it all fell apart. Now I'm lost against Testosterone. My best win was against the bad fish, I guess. He was really bad out of the opening, but it was a pretty finish. Didn't have too many brilliant games. Where's the game against Bad Fish? Bombist. Soltigo. Never find the game I want to find. Okay, he just played badly out of the opening, but the finish was cute. You know, I wouldn't say it was a great game by me, but we got a really nice position. And then I was able to find a way to sack a piece or something here. Peter's like plus 7.2. So, but I was proud of Bishop G4, which is like the second best move apparently. Kind of cute. But too much discussion about people cheating, and I you know, I shouldn't say anything, I guess, but it's hard not to be suspicious sometimes. People play really, really well. It was a really hard simul. Anyway, even if I do say someone's suspicious, you know, I'm not lichess. I don't speak for them. You know, if you don't like it, whatever. But I mean, I'm not reporting you as a computer. You know, if you play one game against me, I think it's suspicious. I think it's suspicious. You know, I mean, I have a right to think that. You know, I mean, it's not doesn't mean more than anything. But people get all defensive. That's just the way it is. You know, if you're like 1500 and you play like a grandmaster, it looks suspicious. But maybe the next game you play like you're 1500. So this was a cute game though. I like this. The way that I found to mate him with bishop takes g6 here. This is the idea. Play check, discover check, and then bishop takes f7. Yeah, so Arsenal. No, you were totally lost. You were lucky. But the quality of the games was kind of bad. Lots of back and forth flip-flop results where like I lost positions I was winning, or I dropped a queen when I was losing. I mean, it would be optimal to play a longer time control than this, actually. I mean, if you want to play really good quality games, I should do like 60-60 probably. Then you could start to have some kind of quality, I think, to the games. But as it is now, 40-40, I mean, unless you're like Magnus Carlsen or a super GM, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and the games get kind of marred by that. But this is the best we can do. I mean, it's already like 3.5 hours. It's a pretty long simul. So thanks guys for playing and watching. Thanks Soltigo for moderating. The final result here, not too inspiring for me. 13 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses. Lots of losses, lots of draws, some wins, some draws. Arsenal, I didn't understand how you did wrong in the opening, at my point. I know that I blundered later, but I understand where I went wrong in the opening. The opening against you, Arsenal fan, last thing. Is there any rhyme or reason to the way they list the games at the end of the simul, by the way? Are they in some particular order? It would be good to know, because I think it's just utterly random how they get listed here. So I can never find anyone. So Arsenal won, but he had the Rossalimo. No, I mean, apparently, like, it's a line. It's not a great line, but, you know, you played what looked logical to me. I mean, the computer says I have a big advantage. I guess like typically Arsenal fan in this kind of position they play like knight f6 or e5. So here actually I should probably take on c6. I mean most experts playing in Raslimo would probably chop here and then try to kill your bishop on c8. So this is actually stronger than the way I played it. Now you have like a weird pawn wall, what John Fedorovich calls the pawn wall, where you play like g6 and bishop g7. Usually it's like bishop on f8, knight e7, f6, knight g6 or something like that. It's kind of weird here, because if I play e5, like you see like d takes c6, e5, I guess. See Eugenio Torres a game from 1975. I mean, this bishop is just bad, you know, and if you play the other way, not playing e5, e6 and e5. Yeah, I mean, you need to play like something other than e6. Like you can play e5. That's like one of the main lines. Or you can play knight f6, but apparently like e6 is suspicious. But I don't think that I really like punished it that well, you know, with c3. It's questionable. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for playing. I will be back on tomorrow same time, 4:30 EDT with the Blitz and Rapid Stream here. So thanks everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Thanks Soltigo.
Later, guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching.